Okay, hopefully I did this right. I'm still figuring out the best way to set up the microphone and the lighting and everything, but it looks like it'll be okay. This week, the two songs I picked to look at both happen to have the theme of heaven. One is Last Kiss. You probably know the Pearl Jam version that was popular a few years back, but it was originally popular back in the early 60s. It was written by someone else, and they were basically covering it. And then a band took that and made it a big hit. So even the person that wrote it wasn't the one that made it a big hit. Let's see. Sorry, I can't remember his name. I wanted to get his name right. So Wayne Cochran wrote it, but a band, something like Frank, I want to say it was like J. Frank Wilson or something like that, and the Cavaliers made it a big hit. When I was in high school, I used to like to listen to music from the 50s and 60s, and somehow I came across a cassette tape with that on it, and so that was one of my favorite songs when I was a teenager. And the other one happened to come to mind that I've been meaning to look at that I haven't looked at in a long time was Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan. So just by chance, they both have that theme. It made me think there's a lot of rock songs and pop songs that have that word in the title or theme in the song. So just a coincidence. So I'm going to start by looking at Last Kiss, and then I'll look at Knocking on Heaven's Door. Let's see. Now, the version I'm going to look at, I got the sheet music from, I like to use that Music Notes website. Sorry, I'm having to get my pedal working so it'll switch the music for me. It's not wanting to cooperate for some reason. Give me just a second. I don't know why it's not cooperating. Let me turn my pedal on and off real quick. If it doesn't turn on here in a second, I'll just manually do it today. I like this pedal because it keeps it where I don't have to stop. It's been a big help. Somehow I managed to mess it up. I don't know what I did. Okay, I'll just continue without it today. The version I'm going to look at, I got the sheet music from musicnotes.com, and they have the original version that was evidently in G. The version that I've seen sheet music for, I couldn't find it today. There is sheet music somewhere out there for the Pearl Jam version. I could have swore I also got it through Music Notes, but I couldn't find it on there today. I want to say it's in F. It's a little higher. It's a little higher tone. Also, the original version, at least the version that band made very popular, has a much faster tempo than the Pearl Jam version, and I'll probably sing it at the slower tempo. But the original version is pretty easy, so I'll just go through the chords in terms of the chords, and I'll try to remember to mention the shapes of the chords for anyone that's trying to use this as like a intro to guitar video. So the first chord is the standard G. So you're going to take your index finger on the first fret, second string from the top. You're going to put your second finger on the top string on the second fret. That's what makes it a G, or is what gives it its bass note. And then on the same second fret, the very bottom string. I'm sorry, my bad. Take what I just said and shift it up one fret. Sorry about that. My eye deceived me. So let me correct myself. everything I said in terms of the shape is right, but it's the index finger on the second fret, second string, second finger on the top string, third fret, and then I use my ring finger on the bottom string, third fret. The next chord's E minor. So you're just going to take your index finger and second finger on the second fret, second and third strings from the top, and you're going to play the other strings open. The next chord is showing as C sus2, which stands for C suspended 2. So they're showing you're going to bar the third fret, excluding the top string. And then on the fifth fret, you're going to use your ring and pinky to grab the middle two strings, and you're going to leave out the top string when you strum. The next is a standard D, which you can start by putting your ring finger on the next to bottom string on the third fret, your index finger on the second fret, third string from the bottom, and your second finger on the bottom string on the second fret, and you're going to strum starting at the top open D, which gives it its root D note for that chord, and then leave out the top two strings. And then let's see, at that point they come back to the G we saw, and I'll repeat that one since I messed it up. So index finger on the next to top string on the second fret, second finger on the top string on the third fret, ring finger on the very bottom string on the third fret, and you strum everything. Let's see, did I mess it up? Does it work now? Nope, doesn't want to work still. I don't know what I did to it. I'm just trying to figure out, is there any way I can get it to work? Nope, doesn't want to work. Okay, I'll manually do it today. Sorry, thought I'd give it one more try. Makes a big difference when I can use that because I don't have to stop constantly. Let's see. It looks like the notes repeat after that. Yeah, so everything after that is those notes just repeating. Okay. Trying to see if I can find a clue why my pedal's not working. Nope, no clue. That's weird. Not sure what's getting in the way of it working. Okay, so I'll just go through it page by page and then stop when I get to each page. I'll try and play through it slowly once. Oh, where can my E minor baby be? That C sus2 we saw. Lord took her away deep from me. G, she's gone to heaven, so I've got E minor, got to go. C. Oh, I didn't cover C, but hopefully you've seen the standard C. So I can see my baby when I leave deep in this world. G. Then he gets to the next page. G. We were out on a day in my G minor, E minor. Daddy's car. C. We hadn't traveled deep very far. G. There in the road. E minor straight ahead. C. A car stalled deep, the engine was dead. G. I couldn't stop, so E minor swerved to the right. C. I'll never forget the D sound. G. Screaming times. E minor. The skies. C. People scream. D. G. It comes to the chorus. G. Oh, where can my E minor bring me? C. She gone to heaven, so happy he might expect to see, so I can see my baby when I leave. D, G. I'll stop there this time with this one. I'll come back to this one in a future live practice video when my pedal's working, so I can do a proper run through for you. The next one I was going to look at is Knocking on Heaven's Door. I used to know this one by heart, but unfortunately I haven't looked at it in a long, long time. That would have come in handy today with my pedal not working. Starting to think my battery must be low. Let's see. So this one, by coincidence, also starts with a G. We just saw the standard G chord. The next one they're showing is D. And then A minor. It kind of has like a delayed strum thing like that after that part of the song. I haven't listened to the recorded version in a while, but you can listen to it and kind of see what I mean. That gets repeated, believe it or not. Okay, that was A minor. The next one, G again, D again, but this time C. Since I didn't cover C last time, I'll cover it now. So the easiest way to do a C is start with your ring finger on the 3rd fret next to the top string. That's what gives it its bass root note. Then the next string down the 2nd fret with your 2nd finger. And then on the 1st fret next to the bottom string with your index finger, that gives it its higher C for that sing. And then you leave out the top string. So hopefully you've seen that. That's a C. After that, it just alternates between those. So for the whole song, pretty much, it alternates between the first 3 and the second 3. Let's see. Yeah, it's a pretty simple structure. So I'll try and quickly go through the first version. The first verse. I'ma take this back to me. I can use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. And then it comes to the verse. This one's short, so let's run through the second verse too. Put my guns on the ground. I can't shoot them. verse again. And it says repeat and fade, so if you want, you can play that a couple of times just to slowly. That's what I was going to look at today. Sorry the pedal wasn't working. I'll come back to these at some point in the future when my pedal's working and I can do a proper run through for you in case someone's trying to use this to practice and play along through the whole song. Thanks.